Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to the 100-line Last Defense Academy. So last time we finally finished the prologue, the first story base, and we are finally going back to the past to redo some wrongs and make them right. Or just murder everybody. Oh, that one sounds kind of fun. So anyways, without further ado, because we have been waiting a very long time, let's do it. Oops. Wait, what? Ooh. I like this screen. Wait, load? Where's my BAMF song? Oh. Or is it her after all? She's the same but different. That's right, I promised. I made her a promise, and this time I'm going to keep it. I have to keep my promise. There's no way I'm going to break it this time. I'll start this war all over again, if that's what it takes. And I'll fight. I have to fight. Fight. I jolted upright in bed, throwing off the covers in a panic. My whole body was drenched in sweat and my heart was racing. Wait. Was it just a dream? I couldn't remember exactly what kind of dream it had been, but it had left its mark on me all the same. My throat was hoarse, as if I'd been yelling over and over again. And my heart was pounding, not with fear or panic, but something closer to a burning resolve. What happened? Oh shit. Why can't I remember? Oh, whatever it was, I'm wide awake now. It's not even close to morning yet. Maybe I'll step outside for some fresh air. Along the way, I happened to catch a glimpse of myself in the mirror. Is this the beginning? Who are you? What am I doing? This is stupid. Oh, I think it is the beginning. Oh my gosh. Where am I? Who am I? Struggling to make sense of the images flooding into my mind, I staggered outside. Everything was how I remembered it. The rooftop, the plain prefab hubs that served as our rooms. And of course, the wall of undying flames surrounding the school. Having lost them once before, seeing them again was almost comforting, encouraging even. No doubt about it. It works. The fact slowly started to sink in. This was really happening. This time I won't mess things up.
今度こそ絶対に守り抜くんだ。俺は大切な存在を守り抜いて、そしてみんなで一緒にあの人工天体に行ってみせる。そのために俺は戻ってきたんだ。
Is that the moon? Right on cue, I felt a presence behind me. His presence. Oh, this must be, yeah. Because we did see him in the demo. I could finally hear the strange boy's voice. The way I was now, he could communicate directly with the cryptoglobin in my blood.
いや、あれは月じゃないよ。あれは人工天体だ。あそこに人類のみんながいるらしい。え？話しかけてきたのは、俺に言葉が通じるか試しているのか。
僕の声が聞こえるのか。
ああ、今なら遺血を通じて聞こえるよ。お前の力を使って未来から戻ってきたおかげで。
僕の力を使って？未来から？
いきなりこんなことを言っても信じられないと思うけど、俺はお前の遺血を吸収して、その力で未来からやり直しに戻ってきたんだ。
You're right. It is a lot, but I believe you. Really? Just like that? Sirei keeps me informed about what's going on, but I know he's kept my existence secret from you. I doubt you'd be this calm if it really were your first time seeing me. You're even able to talk to me in this form. That alone is enough for me to believe what you're saying is true. Thanks. That'll make things a lot easier. It also explains the irregularity I sensed a little while ago. An irregularity? I'm not sure how to explain it. I felt a kind of pulse, I suppose, and my body got hot and feverish. It was like my cryptoglobin had suddenly been supercharged. If that's true, then... I put my hand over my chest to feel my own heartbeat. That violet pulsing, it felt the same as before I left. I think I might have come back with all my powers intact. It's not just your memories. Your cryptoglobin was also carried over from your previous timeline. In that case, what I felt before was probably my cryptoglobin resonating with yours. Resonating? Yes. Sensing a power equal to its own must have stimulated it. You're saying your powers got stronger just because I'm here. I'm only guessing, even though I don't know very much about how cryptoglobin works. But if it can send your consciousness back in time, I don't think it's out of question for it to cause a reaction to its other users. The flow of time is by nature one of the absolute truths of the world. Under normal circumstances, there's no way that flow can be reversed. Breaking that rule and warping time to your own ends is bound to have consequences. Something unexpected might happen in the world you return to. It may have unfathomable effects on your cryptoglobin. You're probably right. In the future, you told me something similar. I did? Interesting. But assuming your arrival is what stimulated my cryptoglobin, I don't think I'm the only one to benefit from its effects. The other members of the Special Defense Unit should have felt it too. Oh. Okay. Never mind then. Almost like our powers are syncing up. So everyone else is stronger now too? That's unexpected. But I guess it's a good thing. We're all on the same side after all. But I still don't understand what you're doing here. It must be important if you subject yourself to 100 days of war all over again. Just what happened in the future you come from? It's a long story, but before I get into it, can you tell me how far I've come back? What day is this? It's the day after you were all brought here. Day 2 out of 100. Day 2. What happened here the first time around? I don't remember. I feel like there was something important, but... What are you doing out here anyway? There must be a reason you appeared. Oh, of course. I almost forgotten all this excitement. I needed to ask you something. That's why I created this avatar and went looking for someone to talk to.
Oh.
What did you want to ask me about?
と
Have you seen Sire? Wait. He's already been killed on day 1? He comes to the defense room to talk to me every night. But he didn't show up today.
Huh?
Huh? Today? Of course! That's what's so important about our second day here. Well, oh man, he's had a French accent for such a long time. Well, I'll do whatever I can. Come find me in the war room tomorrow morning and I'll let you know what the brass says. I've got a lot to do, so I'll call it a day here. See you tomorrow, bright and early. That was when Sire disappeared, right after promising to tell us the truth about the war. This is the night Eito kills Sire. He does what? We have to find them. We might still be in time to stop it. All right. If Sire's in danger, I won't ask questions. I'll help you look for him. It's not easy for me to maintain this form, but it sounds like there are more important things at stake. Thanks, I appreciate it. It was day 2? I'll let you know as soon as I find anything. The ghost boy disappeared into thin air as if he'd been swallowed up by his own flames. If I can protect Sire, the future is bound to change. I have to stop Eito. I won't let him mess everything up this time. Before beginning my search, I headed for the war room. Whatever happened next, I was going to need my infuser. Okay, I'm ready to take on Eito. Now I just have to find him. Back in my timeline, he said he called out Sire out to discuss something. Where was it again? Wasn't it the gym? Yeah, let's go talk to him first. I'm pretty sure he said gym.
Ah.
Okay, I was right. I flung the door to the gym open and charged inside, afraid of what I might find.
Takumi kun? え、Takumi kun? どうして君がここに？
お前こそどうしてここにいるんだ？
え？どうしてって僕は。
二人きりで相談したいことがあるって言って就寝時間後に司令を呼び出したのか？
え？
しばらく話をして油断させた後、学力の使い方を教えてほしいと言って返信して、その刃を司令に突き刺して破壊するつもりだったんだな。
は？
Destroy me? What are you thinking, Outski? You'll never defeat the invaders without me. Besides, did you forget what I told you earlier? You've got a bomb in you. I can detonate whenever I want. That won't matter so long as he takes you out in one hit. He can always come back with the Revivomatic. You know you're right. I can't believe I missed the French accent for you. But that's for Ima.
Let's go!
But why would you want to kill me anyway? I was going to tell you the truth tomorrow. I'm being nice. If I die, you won't have a clue what's going on here. And having no leader will make your battles even harder. That's exactly what he wants. But I won't let that happen this time. This time. Takumi, what's gotten into you? This is all a big misunderstanding. I wasn't really going to harm Sire. I just wanted to threaten him a little to make sure he wasn't lying. I mean, he says we're fighting a war to decide the fate of all humanity. If that's true, then... Then you want to sabotage it and guarantee humanity is destroyed. Isn't that right?
Doki?
What? I miss the French. I was speaking with the French accent with him for so long. You wanted humanity to be destroyed. Ow. What are you talking about? Why would I want to do something so horrible? Don't try to not deny it. I know how you see us as unsightly, freakish, eerie monsters. What?
No.
And you think you've been chosen as some kind of savior who will rid the planet of our vile species. There's no use hiding it, Eito. I know everything. You hate humanity? I don't understand. How? I've never told anyone about any of that. Not even once. So how? How did you know about this? Takumi! If you want to blame somebody, blame your future self. You laid it all out in a lengthy monologue. What? The future? That's right. I come from a future where you sabotaged this academy. I came back to fix it, to stop you. So it's not just your appearance, you're actually crazy too. Well, I have to say this is a disappointment. I was so sure you'd be the easiest one to deceive. What a pity that I'll have to kill you first. I'm ready for you this time. I'm going to stop you and change the future. Sorry. What's interesting about this, though, is that will Takumi ever be sent to second to last defense academy then? Because Nago's the one that found him, remember? When he got knocked out. Duel to the death. Kill him. Kill him.
わけのわからないことばかり言って匠君は頭まで見にくくなっちゃったのかな。いいさ、やってやるよ。ついさっき僕は感じたんだ。自分の学力が跳ね上がるのをね。
お前の学力が。
君相手に試させてもらう。覚悟しろ、醜い人間め。
I like music. Do I still have all my potions? Oh no! Wait, what? Adds attack +1 for every ally that dies per wave? Well, fudge me! Let's get some allies dead, shall we? Dude, I maxed my impact stab. Absorbing the... Wait, what? Has transformed Takumi's Crimson Assault to Azure Blitz. Azure Blitz has a wide vertical range with a piercing effect, capable of killing distant enemies. Oh, cool. Love it! Oh my gosh, so badass. Whee. Impossible. How can you be so much stronger than me? That was really something, Sumino. When did you get so strong? I mean, you did okay in yesterday's battle, but you're on a whole other level now. It's only been 1 day since then. What happened to you? Only 1 day. Maybe that's how it seems to you, but for me it's been so much longer. I've already spent a full 100 days with you, Eito. I never even guessed at your true nature until it was too late.
お前のせいで何もかもが台無しになったんだ。絶対に許せない。
Where's all this coming from, Sumino? What's going on with you?
司令、その説明は僕からするよ。
Another voice joined the conversation, speaking directly into my head at the same time. He appeared. What the? Ito really did betray us. It's just like you said, Takumi. You made some kind of avatar out of the undying flames? I didn't know you could do that. I was worried when you didn't come to the defense room. Well, it's more that, really. I wanted to see the people who are fighting to protect me up close at least once. Can you hear him too, Sede? That's right. He can only communicate via human anima telepathy. But I've got equipment built into me to receive those signals. Now, you said you could explain all this. Yes. You might have trouble believing Takumi, but it will probably mean more coming from me. The ghost boy went on to tell Sede everything I told him when I arrived in this timeline. Naturally, the little creature was taken aback. Who wouldn't it be?
Doki?
You used Hemoanima to travel through time! Now that you mention it, Aotsuki did say he felt a sudden surge of power back there. That seems to be a side effect of Takumi's arrival here. Well, butter my biscuits! I never expected anything like this to happen. Just goes to show you we haven't even scratched the surface of what cryptoglobing can do. What are you all talking about? Where did this fiery monster come from? All that stuff about the future. Is it really true? What have you done, Takumi? You don't need to know that. You only try to use anything I tell you against me anyway. It's over, Eito. I won't let you destroy humanity. You're going to kill me then? Is that what you're saying? You seem like such a nice guy, too. You must really hate me. What did I do to deserve such malice, Takumi? Think about it. I haven't actually done anything. Are you really going to take my life because of something you think I might do? There's no might about it. You'll definitely mess things up if I don't stop you. I know you well enough to be sure of that. It's not like anything I can say can change your mind about humanity, can it? You're right. There's no changing who I am. You're all just unsightly monsters. That's a firm, immutable truth. As long as I live, I'll never stop hating your whole vile species. I've gotta say, you two are full of surprises. Both of you. How an outlier like you ended up here is a real mystery, Aotsuki. The desire to eliminate humanity is totally antithetical to our mission here. I'll have to look into how such an error could have occurred. Now that I know all of this, there's no use preserving you anymore. Today's eyes flashed red. Huh? What did you just do? I erased Aotsuki's DNA from record from the Revival-Matics database. It's got data on... So Eito can't be revived anymore? Exactly. All that's left is for you to execute him, and everything will be back on track. So I'm doing this. I'm killing Eito before he can do any harm. Wait, Takumi, I won't try to stop you, but take a moment to think about this. You said you came back so you could change the future. What kind of future do you want to create? And is killing him the only way to achieve it? I really want to kill him. Oh, you should absolutely kill him. Leave him alive and we'll have no kind of future at all. He's an enemy of all humanity, just like the invaders. He doesn't deserve your pity. Right. I'm inconvenient for you, so just get rid of me. Isn't that how humans made it this far? Ignore the fact that you'll be taking an innocent life for your own selfish purposes. If it's for humanity's sake, then anything goes. Well, now it makes me not want to kill him. Eito's not about to change his mind. He's still just as much of a threat as ever. And I know better than anyone the kind of terrible things he's capable of. But I can't deny that this Eito hasn't done any of that yet. And he's not an invader. He's a human being just like me. Is killing this version of him really the right thing to do? I want to do... This has to be my decision. I'm done with letting others control my fate. That's why I came back in the first place, to create a new future of my own terms. Whatever path I choose here, I have to be prepared to see it through. Ooh! From now on, the story will diverge greatly depending on Takumi's decisions. You'll be able to come back and explore the other choices later. Now let's decide Eito's fate. Awesome. You know what? Because we can come back and decide. I'm destroying you, you mother! I said I wanted to be evil. And not killing him might lead to a nice ending, so let's be evil. Kill him! Destroy him. Yay! I actually get to decide things. That's right. Just like the Undying Flames boy said, I came back so I could change the future. If I let Eito live, history might repeat itself. If I don't want that to happen, then my choice is clear. I need to end his life here and now. I actually think for the happy ending, not killing him is probably the right choice, but I don't care. I just experienced this, so screw you, Eito. They look so evil. This is the first time I've seen Takumi doing this, by the way. Because I just utterly refused. The story upgraded him, so... Alright, at least he's not like bathing in the blood like some of the other characters. Route end. Suddenly I found myself walking to my room. It was almost like I was running from something. I finally made it to the rooftop when I saw them there, as if they had been waiting for me.
Oh.
What's going on with you, Sumino? Why would you leave the gym without saying anything? Maybe you didn't want to see Aotsuki looking like that? You have nothing to worry about, Sumino. You made a wise decision. You did the right thing. He was trying to destroy me, your commanding officer. And that's not all. He was trying to slaughter all of humanity. You're a savior. The hero who saved mankind. Well, now I don't feel good about this one now. I don't know about that. Personally, I get the feeling you're walking down the wrong path. Or perhaps I should say he's straight off the path he was meant to walk as a human being. I think so too. But I really wanted to kill him. It may be true that Eito committed many crimes in the future, you know, Takumi. But he hadn't done anything wrong here and now, had he? You've executed an innocent human being for crimes he might have possibly committed in the future. People can change. I believe so, at least. But you didn't give him the chance. That doesn't sound like the right thing to do to me. Shut up. Huh? Do you think I don't know all that already? You don't have to shove it down my throat. Oh my god. I clenched my fist and practically barked my rebuttal at the ghost boy before running off to my room. It was oppressively silent in my room. I didn't bother to turn the lights on. I just sank into a corner and wrapped my arms around my knees. I did the right thing. I did the right thing. I repeated this to myself over and over again. Curious, is there like a menu now? Oh, chapter select. Wait. Oh. Okay, well this looks like the first. Why is it so far right? Oh, I see. Day 0, day 2. Okay, well, this is helpful, actually. This makes it... Huh? What? Oh! Does it tell me what happened? On these days? Because that would really help. It just says free time, exploration, exploration, battle, battle, free time, exploration. I'm guessing this means Hiroko is dead. Oh, and Moko is here. Dead. It's really not that useful. Because it doesn't tell me like what exactly happened at these times. But this chart over here is quite useful because then we can actually go back and like... Well, but it's not showing us like possible effects. It's just showing us like... Man, how far did this go up? Jeez Louise.
は救世主人類を救った英雄ってことになるだから
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. But why can't I stop thinking about what he said after?
君は無実の人間を処刑したってことになる。これから犯すかもしれない未来の罪を理由にして人は変われる。少なくとも僕はそう信じてる。
Oh, we're not going for the happy ending right away. We're going for the bloody ending.
その可能性を否定したんだ。
Shut up, shut up, shut up! I covered my ears and squeezed my eyes shut. But when I did, I could see Eito, now a blackened lump of flesh, staring at me hatefully. My eyes flew open. I was scared to so much as blink. I focused on my breathing, the only sound in the room, and spent the... Whoops, sorry. And spent the night curled into a ball, my eyes wide open the whole time. You've unlocked Chapter Select. This option will allow you to jump to the beginning of each day or directly before or after story decisions. Okay. You can access Chapter Select from the menu. Use it to complete 100% of the story. Okay, so it does show us little branching paths there. So whenever we have a decision, we'll at least know when we can go back and kind of make that decision. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do everything in the Eito's dead chapter, Eito's dead side, right? And then we'll go like, so like, for example, if this is Eito's dead, and then we have a branching arc here, we're going to do this and then continue down that. And then when we get to the end of it, we'll like come back and do all of the Eito's dead route before we go to the Eito's alive route. Make sense? Make sense? So for the foreseeable future, we are on the Eito is dead route. Takumi, what the hell, man? Why did you Eito? Huh? Everyone's cold eyes pierced through me as I stepped into the cafeteria. They were all staring at me suspiciously. We all saw the Balti in the gym. And then Sire showed up.
まあ
Right, I explained what happened to everyone. I told them that you came back from the future. I told them Eito was abnormal and he tried to destroy me last night. I told them everything, but they seem reluctant to believe me.
Obviously, you tell us he came back from the future. And you think any of us are dumb to be like, oh, well, if you just say so. Yeah, none of us are that stupid.
If a useless single-celled organism like me might be permitted to speak up, are we sure Takumi isn't experiencing some sort of delusion?
At the very least, there's no way he can prove he's not.
That would mean Mr. Semino got caught up in this delusion and ended up murdering someone. Oh,
That would make him the abnormal one around here.
Kako's words weighed heavily on me, but it wasn't true. I'm not sure if I made the right choice last night. I still don't have confidence in my decision, even though I already made it. But what I experienced last time really happened. Oh, Hiroko! There's no way it was delusion. I need them to understand that, if nothing else. Everyone hear me out. It's a long story, but I looked right into everyone's eyes as they began to recount what I knew about the previous 100 days. I told them everything that happened. World Death, Cryptoglobin, the Exodus Project, the artificial satellite. I told them about the boy made of undying flames and his infant body in the defense room. Even the existence of the second-to-last defense academy and the 5 other fighters over there, under the command of Nagul. The only thing I left out was what I learned about Nozomi. The secrets she shared the first time were between her and me. It was night by the time I was done talking, but still, the doubt in their faces never left. I knew why, too. It was because I'd killed Eito. In their eyes, my story was nothing more than an elaborate and lengthy excuse. Like I was trying to confuse them by weaving a fantastical, impossible tale. I see. I think I understand. I missed you. It doesn't look that way to me. I simply mean I understand what you think happened. Whether it's true or not is another story.
Talking anymore is just a waste of time. Why don't we call it for today and get out of here?
Right, it's late now.
But what do we do with Eito's body? It's still lying there in the gym.
Should we bury him? Wait. It would be so pitiful to bury him when he looks like a burnt pretzel stick. I wish we could do something about that.
Like what?
Restore his body to how it used to be, perhaps. Is that even possible? Obviously, I can do it. But maybe today? Oh, well, I mean, it's not that I can't do it, but... That's a super secret technique, written at the very end of the super secret commanding officer manual. So how in the world did you know about it, Shizukara? Just a guess. A guess? Why would we do that? I told you, it's such a pity. We don't know if he really was a traitor or not. A body deserves dignity no matter what sins that person may have committed in life. Isn't it only normal to want a body in such a tragic state to look more like it used to be? No one objected to her suggestion. Today reluctantly agreed. He must have decided it wasn't worth antagonizing everyone over it when it was only our 3rd day here. And so we transported Eito's body to a classroom on the 2nd floor.
It's so cold. What is this room?
It's a morgue. A morgue?
What? I don't remember that from the last time.
You never used it? Well, in a way, that's a good thing. This is where we store bodies whose causes of death are unknown. Say one of you got killed by an unknown weapon during a defensive battle. I do miss the French accent on City. A bioweapon or nanomachines or something like that. In that case, we'd need to dissect you in order to properly determine the cause. We need a place to store the bodies in a situation like that, which is why we have this room. The temperature is set really low to keep the bodies from decomposing. Everybody hunched their shoulders against the cold as they looked around the room. Their breath steamed in the air. Well then, I'm going to get started on restoring the body. Would you all mind stepping out?
How long will it take?
I should have it done by tomorrow morning. All right, one last thing. We were about to leave when Sade stopped us. I know it's sudden, but as of today... Woo! I'd like to officially designate Sumino as the Special Defense Unit's team leader.
Huh?
Huh? You saved me, Sumino, and you know the future. Plus, you have red hair, so I'm sure... What? I'm sure you'll make a great leader.
What kind of reason is that?
I will not entertain any objections. Oh, sorry, my headphones are dying. Shoot. That's an order from your commanding officer. Disobey and you will be court-martialed. We're going power-hungry this route. As power-hungry as we possibly can. You're to do as Sumino says starting tomorrow. Got it? Except now the future's changed because Eito's dead. We returned to the roof. Everyone's faces were even more gloomy having seen Eito's body up close. They all vanished inside their rooms without saying a word. Left on my own, I casually glanced up at the sky and saw the satellite. The artificial satellite hung in the sky, lit with countless mechanical lights. It felt further away than the last time I saw it. Just then, I heard a pop inside my head. Huh? The very next moment, I was suddenly unconscious. What? What? What is happening? In the morning, I skipped going to the cafeteria and went back there instead. Somebody else had gotten there before me. What? What was the pop? Hiroko, good morning. Did you eat breakfast? No, not yet. I'm not hungry. I could maybe go for a frog, though. What? A frog? What? Forget that. What are you doing here? After a moment of silence, Hiroko answered. Probably for the same reason you are. I wanted to see the results of the restoration. Today's not here. Does that mean he's done? Only one way to find out. Hiroko approached the body. She stopped in front of it and quietly pulled back the sheet covering Eito's body. Why does he want a frog?
終わったみたいね。少なくともかりんとうではなくなったわ。
Pretzel. You know what? Hiroko's probably the only one who believes us. I felt vaguely relieved seeing him. Of course, I hadn't forgiven him for what he'd done to us last time. But I felt some guilt about bringing him to such an undignified end. Now that his body was back to the way it used to be, the painful mass of emotions within me eased a little.
せっかくこんなに綺麗にしたのに、土に埋めちゃうのはなんかあれよね。しばらくはこのままにしておきましょうか。
Hiroko covered him with the sheet once more. No sooner had she finished than Gaku came barreling into the room.
There you guys are. We found something messed up. Come look.
Oh, shit. Messed up?
Just hurry. You'll see for yourself.
Hiroko and I practically flew down the stairs as we followed Gaku to the classroom on the first floor, dashing inside upon our arrival. Oh. Oh my god! Voldemort has possessed us! We've gotten hold of the diary! No! Also, the kids, if you haven't seen yet, the kids that got cast for the HBO series are so cute! And they're perfect! I love them. Anyways, what is this? Spray paint. Someone sprayed a message on the digital blackboard. We're possessed by Voldemort. That's why I want to eat frogs. I looked at the message. A very text-looking print. Leave the school now or I'll kill you all.
No.
I was the first one to find it. I finished breakfast earlier and was wandering around the school when I saw this.
Then he came back to the cafeteria and told us about it. We all came running to see for ourselves.
But who would pull this kind of dumb prank?
Prank? I
I said what I said. Who would take this shit seriously? Looks like some snot-nosed kid wrote it. I believe it though. It's way more interesting this way. I smell a killing game in the air. Whether it's serious or not, we do know it's not a work of the invader. The alarm would have gone off if one of them tried to get in. They don't know our language. On top of that, I doubt it could have been one of them. What if it was Eito? Maybe the restoration brought him back like a zombie. I don't think that's possible. His appearance may have been restored, but his cryptoglobin is gone. And besides, we just saw him. He definitely wasn't breathing. So that means the person behind this thread is in the room with us now. Everybody glanced around, trying to see what everyone else was thinking. Their eyes was filled with distrust and unease. Wait, but hold on. There's one other person it could be, right? Everyone seemed to have an idea of what I was getting at. That's right, Sire. I definitely wouldn't put it past him. But why would he write a threatening message like this? We can figure that out later. For now, we need to find him. And so began the hunt for Sire. Is he gone anyway? Oh wait, no. We found him only seconds later. It turned out he was very close to the classroom. What? Sorry, Sire. Looks like you're toast.
マジかよ。
嘘でしょ。
なんで司令さんがこんなことに。
Everyone was deeply disturbed, but the shock I felt went far beyond theirs. After all, I'd seen this very scene before. The last time I went through this. Back then, Eito had been responsible for it, but Eito didn't exist in this world any longer. I'd killed him myself 2 days earlier. And yet, the same thing was happening all over again. The whole reason I fought Eito in the first place was to prevent this. So how? Why? That's so funny. We returned to a classroom in a daze. Everyone stood around in silence for some time. Their eyes were cast downward, expressions grave. Finally, Gaku broke the silence.
Takamaru, do you still think this is a prank? But if this isn't a prank, then it's just not fair. They didn't even give us a chance to leave. Maybe it means Sakeyu all part will start as soon as we see the message. Still, it's not right. It's highly probable that Sire was destroyed before we woke up. Somebody would have noticed otherwise.
That means it happens before Gaku found the message.
So one of us had to die before we even knew we were being threatened? How utterly unreasonable. Hanya? In movies, terrorists always set off a small-scale explosion, then claim responsibility, right? Once everyone knows it's not a prank, they announce that they're going to carry out another crime.
Why? Tsurumi had a point. It was possible the culprit did this to Sire to show they were serious. In that case, we'd be fine, so long as we did what they demanded. Temporarily leaving the school and seeing what happened before returning would be the safest option. But there was no guarantee that the person who wrote the message was the same person who destroyed Sire. It wasn't out of the question that the message really was just a prank. But even if it was, we'd still have to deal with the threat of whoever destroyed Sire still being nearby. For now, I need to figure out if we listen to the message or not. Do we leave the school, or do we ignore it and stay? I'm gonna ignore it. Screw that. If we're possessed, let's do it. Yay! Decisions! No. No! Screw you!
みんな聞いてくれ。やっぱりこの脅迫文には従うべきじゃないと思う。
Why? The enemy could attack any day now. We can't just leave this place unprotected. Hey, didn't you come back from the future? That means you should know exactly when the enemy will attack, right?
So when's the next attack?
The next one is 3 days from now on day 7. Then what's the big deal with leaving this place empty until then? It's just a matter of going outside of the wall of fire and coming back in 3 days, right? We'll be technically complying with what the message says, and the culprit won't need to follow through with the threat. The next attack being 3 days away is what I remember from last time. But there's no guarantee the enemy will act in the same way this time. Because you may have already changed the course of history by coming back to the past. Is that what you're trying to say? I nodded. There is another thing to consider. Can we really trust the culprit to keep their word and leave the academy alone while we're gone? We're talking about someone who did something that vicious to Sire before we even saw the message. There's no way a person like that is ever going to keep their word. Girls, this has to be a trap. I got no clue who they could be. Only thing we can figure is that they're an invader trying to nab the baby in the defense room while we're gone. You just said you thought it was a prank. Shut up. Things are different now that Sire's been wrecked. I personally think we should just ignore the message. It'll launch the culprit into slaughter mode, right? Now's the kind of show I'd pay through the nose to watch.
My sad excuse of an existence will surely be the first to be eliminated. Oh, I'm all for the idea, of course. After all, even the tiniest bacteria has more worth than an automatized speck of fraction.
Can't words. So if we take a head count, there are 6 of us who want to stay. Takumi, Takamaru, Dorumi, Shoma, and Tsukumo twins. If we're going by majority vote, those who want to remain have already won, right? Seriously? Are you all out of your minds? Is he fighting yet? I don't think he's fighting by this point. Nobody's stopping you from going out there yourself.
I think the only people fighting at this point are Takumi, Takamaru, Hiroko, and Dorumi.
Outside the waterfire?
I dare say that's what the culprit's really aiming for.
Once they manage to isolate someone, the real fun begins.
Daku started shaking like a leaf.
No.
All right, fine. Just don't say I didn't warn you.
In the end, we decided to ignore the message and remain at the academy. Nobody knew how the culprit would react. Just in case, we decided that everyone would move together as a unit during the day as a safety measure. As we did, the sun soon set and night approached.
I guess the announcements must be pre-recorded, huh?
Yes, Today told me about them earlier. When did Moko get captured? Wasn't it like early? I mean, there's nothing we can do about that right now. Maybe if we left, it would lead to that. But like I said, we're going to go to the end of whatever path we choose and then go back and do the, like, Ato dead path. It might get confusing, just saying.
Nothing happened in the end. Whoever wrote that message was just bluffing. Can you make up your mind? Do you want us to take the message seriously or not? Right now, no. The situation's changed. So I'm going back to my room to hit the sack. Whoa! Did you just willingly trigger your own death flag? Huh. I ain't got time for this. We ain't in some freaking game or movie.
But there's no denying that the person who destroyed Sire is still around.
Yes, hiding somewhere in this school.
Or
It's also possible they're hiding somewhere among us. Everyone abruptly stopped what they were doing after Hiroko's statement. We all glanced around, scrutinizing each other nervously.
Ah.
Oh, I see how it is. Safer for all of us to just sleep in our own rooms then.
Hey.
At least that room's locked, so we don't have to worry about anyone killing him while we sleep.
Hiroko was only mentioning that as a possibility.
I refuse to believe the culprit could be one of us.
あ
Let's not start suspecting each other. We'd be playing directly into the culprit's hands. Told you they were just bluffing with that message. Whoever's behind it probably gets a kick out of us seeing running around like headless chickens, that's all. Tell that to Sade's mangled remains! Sade was targeted because he was a machine. Damage in a metal contraption is completely different from killing a flesh and blood person. Are you trying to say the culprit won't harm us because we're human? I'm just guessing, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. Anyway, I'm heading back to my room. Let's see what tomorrow morning brings. Takamaru and Darumi left after that, followed by Ima and Kako. As long as we're together, no one can hurt us. They held hands and left the cafeteria together. Good night, everyone.
Sorry, my body is so poorly formed it can't fall asleep without a bed.
Tsubasa and Shoma both said they didn't think the culprit could be among us, but as I watched them leave, it occurred to me they probably had their suspicions. Hiroko, Gaku, and I were the only ones left in the cafeteria.
No.
This is ridiculous. Why can't everyone see the best way to stay safe is to stick together? Everyone's already gone, though, except the three of us. If the two of you were working together, I'd probably be assaulted tonight. Huh? Are you inviting us to... Of course I'm not! Get your mind out of the gutter. Right, on the other hand, I'd be the one in hot soup if you two are the ones behind this. We're not, but I have no way of proving that. I guess going back to our rooms to rest is really the only thing we can do now. Indeed, casting aspersions at each other here won't help us sleep any better. Fine. I'll go too, but only because there's no other choice.
And so we all went back to our rooms to turn in for the night. If Takumi is suddenly, like, possessed, like, where did that come from? I tossed and turned restlessly on my bed. My eyes were closed, but sleep kept evading me.
Who wrote that message and destroyed today? Is the culprit really one of us? No, there's no way. That means the culprit's still hiding somewhere in the school. They couldn't have escaped outside the wall of fire after destroying Sade and writing that message. Hang on. Are we sure the person who wrote the message and the person who destroyed Sade are one and the same? We just automatically assumed so, but there's no indication that they are. If it wasn't the same person, then they're actually up against two different people. How did things end up like this? I ruffled my hair violently while curling up on my bed. Midnight was just around the corner. Soon it would be day 5. Alright, well, we're gonna stop that episode there. So, just for... So we remember, we are currently... I'm gonna start a new save file, actually. We are currently on... Ato Dead route. And we chose to stay at the school. That's the route we are currently on. So, we will continue with this route next time. Hita! I'm excited. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye!